guys, I'm Marcy with Make It Work Marcy. I'm here at my desk about to plan out my September homeschool schedule. If you guys want to watch, I'm going to go from start to finish. I put out homeschool videos and lifestyle videos here on my channel, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I upload a video every Monday. Let's get started. So first let me show you guys, this is just two pages out of my planner where I'm going to put in the assignments for the month and then also our activities day to day. And so we're just going to start from the beginning and go to the end, and I'll show you guys how it turns out at the end. Okay guys, I've done math so far. You can see the O's are for Olivia and the S's are for Sophia. Obviously we don't do school on Saturday and Sunday. Not that I haven't before, but we don't do school on Saturday and Sunday this year. And then Fridays are their hybrid school that they go to, so we don't do school on these days either. But the O's and the S's are for Olivia and Sophia, and this is their math work. And we have done Math UC this year. And if you saw in my first video, I talked about how the girls were a little behind in math when I took them out of public school. And so we're kind of catching up now. I'm not going to rush them, but we are going to kind of move along faster than normal. So we do 2 pages a day instead of 1, and that makes it go by hopefully twice as fast. And then also I'm even kind of, you can tell through here, skipping around a little bit and not doing every single page in the chapter necessarily or in order, because I think that certain concepts they'll get faster than others, and we'll just keep moving because towards the end of each chapter is a review, and I want them to concentrate on the review to make sure that they're retaining everything they're learning. And then for English, I don't really see it necessary to put their English work on here on this planner, because it's going to be on here on the computer because they do online. They do Time for Learning online. And so I just come to the home screen and I come to Manage Students. And then I'm going to choose Olivia, Review Activity Plan. When I signed up for Time for Learning, you can choose to have them divide up your curriculum based on the number of weeks that you're going to do school. And so they've done that already for me. So here's my week of September 2nd, 2018. So I'm going to choose that. And then for each activity, they have those separated into separate days, so you can choose if you're only doing school 3 days a week, or you're doing certain days, you're doing certain subjects, however you want to set it up. That's what I'm going to do. So I set this one for Monday, and then I'm going to set these days that these assignments are due on Tuesday. So you can just, Tuesday. So you can just go through and do that for English, and it just kind of sets up the whole month for you. And then the kids log on and it says my plan at their screen at the top, and they just know which day to do certain activities or quizzes. So now you can see our activities for the month. I try to color coordinate them. So we have them in blue, and one of mine is in gymnastics and one is in guitar, and then we have youth group. And then the little stethoscopes are days that I work. If you didn't see my other homeschooling video, I'll link it at the end of this one, but I am a nurse part-time at a hospital. So I do work some days, one day during the week, and then usually on the weekends is my other day. And what I do is I send the kids with their assignment. They have access to a computer online, and they usually go to my mother-in-law's house, but we have had other people watch them before if my mother-in-law's out of town. And so they just kind of take their work with them, and they're pretty independent, and they do their stuff on the computer, and it all works out. So this helps me to see days that I work, our activities throughout the week, our assignments for each day. Just a little bit of decoration makes me happy. And then I have over here things that I want to get accomplished this month as far as haircuts for the kids, dentist for me, and anniversary. My anniversary is the 17th. So nothing major, but it just kind of helps us stay on track. So I have everything planned out for September. You probably noticed that only math is the main assignment that's on the book, because the English ones are on the computer like I showed you, and then the kids go to that hybrid school on Fridays where they take a creative writing class, they have a little fitness fun class, they have an art class. One of my daughters is in French. It's really fun for them. But I also wanted to talk to you about, I think I'm going to look into immersion learning, because as the year goes on and we kind of get used to our schedule and kind of get things in place so where we have some extra time, I want to look into this immersion learning, which the way I understand it is you take a concept or an activity and you just really work on it for about a month's time, For instance, if you wanted to study a country with your kids, you would just read everything about that country that you can. You would watch movies that are about that country, maybe documentaries, movies from that country, study the language, study the culture, maybe make some food that they make in that country, and you really focus on that for the month. And then the next month you do something else, like maybe for reading, you take a book that you want to read for the month, and instead of spreading yourself out over a bunch of different subjects, you're really just concentrating on that book. And so obviously you're reading it, and then maybe you watch a movie if it's been made into a movie, and then you maybe learn a little bit about the author, and maybe one day dress up as the characters in that book, especially if it's a timepiece. That would be fun. Make the food that they're making in that book and kind of just study the culture that's going on in that book. I think that would be cool. I just think that's something really special about homeschooling that I really enjoy. You get to just do your own thing at your own pace. I love that. And I know that when I was in public school, I kind of felt like I wasn't always the first one done in my class. It's not like that, but I was usually done before like half the kids in my class. And so I would be sitting there and I would be so bored and just feel like it was such a waste of time. And I've heard other kids say this too. And I just felt like I wish I could just go on to the next thing. And in homeschool you can. That's one of the things I love about it. But with this immersion learning, I feel like you're kind of cramming, not in a bad way, but you're cramming all this information into a time period, and that kids learn really well that way. So if you guys have any experience with immersion learning, let me know how it's turned out for you, or if you have any recommendations for me on maybe books to read this way or activities to pursue this way. Why there's an indoor pool, and so we can go swimming and we can concentrate on swimming every day and learning about famous swimmers and how your body works when you're swimming and how the circulation and everything works while you're swimming, and body temperature, and bring the science into it and everything. And I think it takes some creativity on our part as the teacher's part, but I just think that would be really a fun way for kids to learn. I would have loved to learn that way when I was a kid. So good luck with your September, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks.